today's video, we're going to be talking about Jedi and emotions. So, one of the questions that a lot of people ask when they first start out on the Jedi path is, how do you deal with emotions as a Jedi? So there's two things you need to know before we begin. The first is that we're not talking about emotional control here. That's a misnomer. That's not what Jedi do. What I am talking about and what I am going to be telling you about is emotional stability, with the end goal being equanimity. The second thing to know is that, like all things in the Jedi path, it's very easy for me to tell you. It's a little bit harder to put into practice. This is about application, and that falls on you to accomplish. It's going to take time. You're going to have to exercise a little patience, and you are really going to have to practice this on a daily basis. This is about living the Jedi path. So those two things done, out of the way, got them taken care of. Let's get into this, shall we? So what we're going to do is 5 quick steps to earn emotional stability. So, step number 1, very first thing, emotional awareness. You have to be aware of what you're feeling. It's kind of important. It's a really important step for this. Just acknowledge what you're feeling. Don't try to ignore it. Don't try to push it down. Don't try to project it on anybody else. Just acknowledge what you're feeling within the moment, at any given moment. Right now, you could be feeling bored. Acknowledge that. Be aware of your emotions. Put a name to it. And that's step 1. Step 2, emotional acceptance. Now that you know what you're feeling, accept it. It's important that you understand. This is very, very important. It's okay. Tell yourself that. I don't care what you're feeling right now. You're bored? Fine. That's okay. You're angry? Fine. That's okay. It is okay to feel. You can be happy. You can be hysterically happy. That's okay. Alright? You can be mad. A Jedi can get angry. That's okay. You can be feeling sad. You can be feeling depressed. That's okay. Don't fight it. Understand that this is what you're feeling, and that's okay. Accept what you're feeling. It's fine. So emotional acceptance, being okay with what you're feeling, that's step 2. It is tough, but you can do it. Acknowledge, accept. Let's move on to step 3. Step 3 is simply letting the emotion wash over you. Okay? The way that I do that is you just take a deep breath within the moment. If you're like, you're just like, and just let it go, right? That's all there is to it. And it doesn't matter what the emotion is, that's okay. And it doesn't mean it's going to disappear. What it is doing is releasing it. It's not bottling up. You're not fighting it. You're not resisting it. It's not messing with you. You're just letting it go, and you're just letting it be. And that's an important step, okay? So deep breath in that moment. You acknowledge, you accept, deep breath, and let it wash over you. So step 4 is simply reflection. Now you usually cannot do this within the moment, right? The day's busy, you got stuff to do, you can't stop and really deal with everything that's going on. That's why we stick to quick exercises such as reciting the Jedi code in your head. Big deep breath, maybe walking away for 10 seconds or doing some jumping jacks or push-ups, or like something quick that you can do within the moment, but you still have to deal with the day. You have to keep moving forward, and that's just how life works. But at the end of the day, when you get home, reflection time. Set aside, 10 to 30 minutes, somewhere in there. Doesn't have to be the max. Just whatever you feel you need to reflect on what you felt that day. and why you felt it. Like if something really made you angry that day, take the time when you get home to reflect on that, to understand why that made you angry. It's important to know your emotional triggers, okay? It's important to remember that your emotions are markers for you. They are telling you something about yourself. When you get angry, it has something to do with you. And it's important to reflect on that and understand why something made you angry, or why something made you happy, or why something made you sad. Understanding that is a big step towards emotional stability. Step 5, something you should be doing anyways, Jedi, should be a part of your daily practices, and that's meditation. That's all there is to it. It's a great tool to help with emotional stability. So de-stress, unwind, get in your meditation, and that's all there is to it.